To abortion. It's also become an issue in this race, which has prompted plenty of questions from viewers, with some saying that government becoming way too intrusive in their lives. So we'll start with Sue from Denver. She asked, will you really make a raped woman carry a child to full term? Others asked about abortion in the case of incest. So gentlemen, give me your stance on abortion in regard to these questions. Senator Bennet, you're first.
I'm pro-choice. As the father of 3 little girls, I don't think the government has any business telling them how to make these incredibly painful decisions that ought to be made by a woman with her family and with her clergy and with her doctor. I find it amazing that people that are always talking about getting government out of our hair want it making the most intimate decisions that can possibly be made. And I certainly wouldn't support any legislation that restricted abortion in cases of rape or incest.
Mr. Buck.
I am pro-life, and I can tell you that there are 2 issues that the United States Senate has addressed. The first issue is federal funding for abortions. These are 2 issues in the last 20 months where Mr. Bennet has been there. Federal funding for abortions, Mr. Bennet voted for it. I would have voted against it. There also was a bill on funding for foreign organizations that perform abortions with U.S. government money. I would have voted against it. Mr. Bennet voted for it. That's the context that we're talking about in the United States Senate.
Just to be clear, with respect to the viewer that wrote in, the question that you were asking, right, was, would you really force a rapist victim to carry her baby to term?
Thank you, Senator Bennet. I was going to follow up with that. So yes, please, Mr. Buck, answer that question.
You know, I have answered the question in the context of the United States Senate. We get caught on these social issues when the voters want to know about jobs, they want to know about unemployment, they want to know about spending, and we get caught on social issues. The story at the end of today will be the questions on social issues. We need to stay focused on the issues that the voters in this state care about, and those issues are spending and jobs.
Okay, so, but hold on a second. Hold on, Senator Bennet. Okay. Hold on just a second. Mr. Buck, social issues are important to the voters in this state. I am one of them, so I need you to answer that question, because in addition to votes and jobs and all of that which you spoke of, abortion is very important. And when you start talking about rape and incest, that is important to the voters. So please answer that question for the viewer.
I have answered the question. I am pro-life, and I don't believe in the exceptions of rape and incest. But I will answer the question again. We need to stay focused on the issues that are so important to the voters in this state. And if you look at any kind of polling data, and in hundreds, literally over 800 meetings that I've had with voters, I have been asked maybe 5 or 6 times about issues involving abortion or gay marriage or other issues like that. People want to know about jobs, and that, at the end of this debate, that's what they should take away.
You know,